Most of the time when people see me and my wife together, especially guys, they're always like, man, how did you get her? Women usually know how I've got her. They pick it up, they see it, they pay attention to the details. But men are always like, man, how did you get her? Why is she with you, man? She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's funny, she's intelligent. How did you get it? How'd you pull it off, man? You guys are so in love. You guys are always, listen, man, it's really simple. I never stopped. Well, I did for a little while, and I almost lost her, to be honest with you guys. But I never stopped, right? Once I figured that out, then I never have stopped ever since I figured that out. That I needed to spend every day the same way that I spent every day when I was trying to get her. Because when I was trying to get her, I would think about her all day at work. Do you guys remember? I'm 35. We've been together 10 years. 10 years, but I can still remember when I was first trying to pull her. And I would spend all day thinking about her. All day thinking about her. And then anytime I was around her, right, I would open the door, right? I would, yes, sweetie, yes, ma'am, yes, absolutely. Well, it was all about discovering who she was, asking questions. We stop doing that once we get the girl. That's the secret. That's the key. You want to look at the key? Look at any 85-year-old man that's been married for 50 years and look how he acts. He treats his wife just like we would treat our girlfriend that we were trying to convince we weren't a piece of shit and they should be with us. But we stop doing that once we get married, or we stop doing that once we get comfortable in our relationship and we think, well, this person's not going to leave. But instead of doing our part to make sure they stay, what we do instead, and this is so toxic, is we try to cuff. Right? We try to cuff that individual, right? I don't want my wife to be my wife anymore. I don't want her to have her own personality. I don't want her to go out by herself. I don't want her to do these things and talk to people or whatever because I'm insecure about the fact that somebody could take her from me. Well, if I'm insecure about the fact that somebody should take her from me, then what am I doing to make sure that she's choosing to stay with me? Think about it, fellas. Oh, I want a girl that's loyal. Well, do you? Well, how loyal are you to her? And I don't mean that by cheating. I mean that by how loyal are you to her? Do you pay attention to what she asks for and just show up with it randomly? Have you been into Victoria's Secret for their 5 for 35 panty sale and hooked her up on some fresh? I promise you getting laid that night. Girls love that. Do you hold the door for her? Do you hold the door for her? Do you just get her favorite candy? And I don't mean when you screw up. I mean just randomly. Date her and she will stay. Mistreat her, she'll go.